With the 2001 Honda Accord, and yeah, the ball joint, which is right here, is broken on this one, and the owner got away lucky on this because only the drive shaft, which is that right there that's moving, was ripped out. It didn't damage the transmission. I don't think the transmission's been damaged, but I'm going to be replacing the ball joint and that axle. I'm going to be bending this down to take the pressure off of here. That's the first thing I'm going to do, because this is really stressed. The brake line right there. I've loosened up the axle nut because with the axle being broken out of the, as you can see there, the axle being ripped out of the other half of the CV joint, joint right there. I had to put I used a tool or something to stop the wheel from turning, and breaker bar. I was able to get this nut loose. So that was the first thing, to get this nut loose. Now, so I'm going to bend this back and then start removing the parts. Take off the tie rod, upper ball joint. I already got the cotter pin to wiggle around a little bit. Just got to pull that out. Same thing with this one. Get that one to come out. And they're also going to need a new a stud here for the lug nuts. That one broke off. So that's the job I have right now. So I'm going to be disassembling these components. On this axle nut is a I think it's a 35 millimeter. Yeah, 30. Well, I use, 35, 36. I use a 36 to get it. Okay, what I've done here is I've loosened the 2 caliber mounting bolts. So see, there's one right there. This one is loose, and that one there. Let's take a 17 millimeter socket. Loosen those up. I've loosened up the. I straightened this bracket out. Remove the bolt. Small bolt. Took a 10 millimeter wrench to get that one off. I'll take off the caliper and the rotor. The whole caliper assembly here, and get this rotor to come off. Okay, here I got the rotor removed. Took some, you can see the WD-40 got in behind the rotor, and the rust penetrant, and I was able to tap it off of there pretty easy with the hammer. Got the caliper supported over here on the wood, and hammered in. I took off the nut for the axle and hammered it in some, getting ready to take that out. But next thing I'm going to need to do is take off the tie rod, take the nut off of here, and this nut here for the upper control arm here. I believe they take 17 millimeter. It's gonna take some work. And this one is it's probably a 15 millimeter for that nut there. So I'm just gonna spray some W40 on it, or rust penetration chemical. Okay, I got the nut off here for the outer tie rod. Took a 17 millimeter, and this one for the upper control arm took a 15 millimeter wrench or socket to get it off. So I'm going to use a punch. Do a hit on it like this with the hammer, sledgehammer. Pop that out. Pop this one out. Pop this one out like this with the hammer. Trying to get some focus here. Okay, there it goes. Alright, so I got the outer tie rod off, the control arm loose. Those both there, they came off pretty easy. And this is the spindle. This is the broken ball joint. I have to get this part off. And just pop the axle out of the spindle. This damaged axle. See on this ball joint has to be pressed in. So the shop do that. And gotta get a new stud here for the lug nuts. So the next thing I'm gonna do is get this lower ball joint loose. I don't feel a cotter pin in here. So I could take a 19, maybe an 18, 19 inch socket, millimeter socket, I mean, and get that loose. Just hammer it out of here because it's not going to be used again. Now as for this, the rest of the CV axle, I'm going to wait till I get the new drive shaft, the CV axle shaft, and pop that out. Hopefully it comes out without too much problem, and pop the new one in there before it loses a lot of transmission fluid. Sometimes when you take those out, the transmission fluid comes pouring out of there. So I'll do that part last when I get the parts. Okay, with a little work, I was able to get the inboard CV axle out, pop it out. See where I was trying to get the pop out. I managed to pop out with a ball joint separator. Tapped on it a little bit and came right out. Everything looks good here. Now I'm gonna just install the new CV axle. So yeah, gonna be installing this drive shaft of the CV axle. I forgot to take off the lower control arm, this bolt here. So you have to move the strut out the way in order to get the axle in here, and then just line it up inside of there. And I put some grease on the snap rings at the end of it, and just push it in there. I was trying to get it on video. I don't know if I can do it with one hand or not. Yeah. Okay. It's in there. Get the transmission locking up. Heard the snap, so it's definitely in there. I had the oil pan down there just in case some fluid leaked out, but nothing leaked out, so that was good. I'm gonna reconnect the strut to the control arm and get this new ball joint pressed in. Okay, this is the spindle. I got the new ball joint installed. I'm gonna put this in the car. First thing, I put the ball joint part in first. Tighten it down with this castle nut, and then I'll put the upper control arm on. Okay, what I did was I tightened down the ball joint here. Tighten it down. Tighten down the tie rod, the ball joint, and this nut here took a 17mm socket. This particular tie rod took a 17mm socket, and the upper control arm here was tightened with a 15mm socket. I guess to about 80 foot-pounds torque. Next, I'm going to install the cotter pins into those 3 joints, and the rotor and the brake caliper are going to be reinstalled. Okay, I got the cotter pins installed, the upper ball joint, the tie rod, and the bull ball joint. I went on ahead and I installed the rotor and the caliper with bracket. So I just took off these 2 bolts and the one well, it's one down at the bottom too. You can feel for it. And the bracket here took a 10mm. Next, I'm going to install the wheel, and I put the wheel on. I'm going to tighten everything down. and let the car on the ground, and that'll allow me to tighten up this axle nut to probably like 220 foot-pounds of torque, something like that. $150, 200 foot-pounds of torque, and then that'll be it. Replacing the damaged components on this Honda Accord.